Hey everyone, Andrew from Hobbies Australia, and today we're going to have a look at a new kit from Takom. So if you watched any of our videos, you'd know by now that I've got a real passion for Takom models. I think they're really good. The detail on them is fantastic, the subject matter is good. What I really have a passion for, however, is their range of naval guns. They've done the Japanese, the American, German, some British World War II stuff. And now we see here, with this kit, we see the American 5-inch naval gun. I say American, it's a gun that's used on lots and lots of warships from lots and lots of navies around the world. So yeah, manufactured in America, but deployed around the world, including ships from the Royal Australian Navy. So the kit number on this one is 2187, and also what the guys and girls at Takom have done, have launched this one, which is 2813, and it's a 5-inch gun, but it's as used by the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. There's a couple of little design changes in it that gives the gun a bit of a different look. So we're going to quickly crack open these boxes and have a look at these two kits. So the first kit we're going to have a look at, and I think I said 2187, but it's 2182, the Mark 45 Model 4 5-inch 62 caliber naval gun. As you can see there, we've got the used in Australian service sticker on the front. Like I said, used by the Royal Australian Navy. We mount these currently on our Anzac class frigates and on our Adelaide class air warfare destroyers. So let's open it up and let's see what's in here. So standard top opening solid box, which is really good. Big fan of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprues, instructions, and a metal barrel. So let's have a look. So we've got a very straightforward, simple instruction booklet with this kit. There's not a lot of steps in here, so you should be able to punch this through, you know, on probably easy over a weekend building it. But the painting and weathering, I think, are really what's going to make this pop. Bit of a brief history of the weapon. Flick it open, stock standard safety instructions, layout of the sprues, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the metal barrel as we said, and then in we go to the construction stages. So in total, 9 construction stages, very straightforward, not a high part count, but the parts that are moulded, very, very high detail, and as always, Ryan will get some photos, some close-ups of the sprues, and you'll just see just what's on there. Colour image of the completed model, or artist's rendition of what it would look like, and then just there on the black and white. So all nice and good. So let's have a look at the sprues. So what have we got here? These are the sides of the gun turret. Okay, external, internal, so you don't see anything inside it, so obviously there's a few knockout pin marks. That's not the end of the world. These parts here though need to be trimmed out, and you'll need to sand those down carefully to make sure that you don't wipe out any of the detail or go too aggressive and take out some of that recessed lip. Hinges are there for the door, we'll have a look at that, but you know, as you can see, flash free, just those attachment points there that need to be cleaned up. Very, very nice, very, very clean, exactly what you would expect from the people at Takom. So what we've got here is the base of the gun, that would be the mount on the deck. We've got some of the extra bits and pieces that go around to make up the turret. We've got the base of the gun. We've got the 5-inch gun itself done in plastic as well as metal. And I guess the one thing that did step out to me, and we'll try and get that close, hopefully. See those sprue points there? Those attachment points? Now they're on the mating side of the barrel. You would need to cut that off, clean them up nicely on both halves of the barrel, and then glue the gun barrels together, and hopefully, well not hopefully, but if you've done it properly, get a nice smooth join. Obviously, that's probably one of the contributing factors as to why a metal gun barrel has been provided. Personally, I like the challenge of building this type of gun barrel. I like you know, getting all that sanding down properly, joining the barrel halves together, and then using various products and techniques to get rid of that seam line. You know, various fillers, you know, going back to sort of CA glue mixed with baking powder, various fillers from Tamiya, from Vallejo plastic putty, from Deluxe Materials, even gone so far as to use correction tape, put it in the jaws of a drill and then on a very low speed, get it turning and sand it, and they're just the sort of bits and pieces that appeal to me as a modeller. So that's the base of the gun, that's the front of the gun, the front gun shield. We can see there some of the detail. Like I said, not a high part count, but there's some really nice detail here, and I think this is going to be an enjoyable build. There's lots of reference material online, so you can certainly get images of this gun, images in the factory, images from various navies. It does really, really look nice. There's no photo etch involved, there's no decals, so you'll build it, you'll paint it, you'll weather it, and away you go. Like I said, a nice, easy weekend job, I guess depending on the level of weathering and how you want to go about painting it. So additional parts of the turret, they're the actual doors. We saw those big doors or hatches on the sides of the turret. They were the first parts we looked at. That's obviously going to hold the gun and will allow you to elevate or depress it. Additional parts of the turret, so it all looks good. It's in that nice crisp grey plastic from Takom. Attachment points don't seem to be too clunky, and I think they should clean up quite well. So again, final sprue, and we're looking here at the base of the gun. We can see all these pre-done. Look at these bolt head detail is just absolutely gorgeous. Some weathering on there, some rust effects. That is just going to look superb. These two pieces here go inside those hatches, sit inside here, so you'll see all this detail if you have the hatch open. So careful painting, picking out the various cables and conduits, putting a wash in there, that's really going to make it pop and is going to look absolutely amazing. The one thing I would point out to you, and I found this a little bit strange, see that big seam line, or it looks to be a seam line on this part, on the D sprue. When you actually look at the instructions and you're looking at images on there, it actually shows that seam line. Now, I did a bit of a Google search and was looking at some images of the gun on warships, and I couldn't see that, but then I didn't really go digging terribly deep. So I don't think that is a seam mark. I think that is actually meant to be there, but again, your own reference and investigations will either prove or disprove that. Break. Final thing to have a look at is the metal gun barrel. Looks the goods. Get that in place nice and easy if you don't want to use the plastic barrel. I think it just looks really nice. It's a nice addition, it's a nice touch. It shows that the people at Takom care what modelers think about their brand. They're not just throwing you under the bus by going, here's the plastic barrel, deal with it. They're giving you options, and that's really important, and that's an indication of value for money. So the other gun in the series that I just quickly wanted to touch base on is 2183. Now this is the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force Mark 45, Model 4, 5-inch 62 caliber naval gun. Okay, so for all intents and purposes, it's the same caliber as what we just looked at, but there's an additional sprue in here. Let's take that out, let's take that out, move that. And what we've got here is, for some reason, and I guess this is how they're mounted on the warships, an indication of something a little bit different. The people at Takom have included this with the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense version. Other than that, all the other parts look to be very, very similar, very, very much the same. The shroud on the gun, or the blast bag, is different, and they seem to be the only two changes. But look, for my way of thinking, two very, very nice models. Takom have kept the ball rolling with their range of naval subjects, with their gun mounts, and I'm very, very impressed with these. So as I said with the shroud or the blast bag, this sprue here is for the Japanese version, and as we can see there, we've got the blast bag at the tail end of the barrel. Glue those together, and then either using the plastic part or the metal barrel, whatever you would prefer, that would go into there. And if we look at the standard version, we can see there is no blast bag on this particular type. So Japanese version, blast bag. Everyone else, no blast bag. So there's our very, very quick overview of a couple of the new Takom kits, 2182 and 2183. They're in our warehouse now and available in model stores around Australia, both online retailers and your more traditional bricks and mortar stores. So yeah, get out there, have a look. Some really, really great stuff coming from Takom. So in the meantime, until next time we get to have a catch up, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. If you've got any questions, any comments, any queries, please list them down below and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. And in the meantime, until next time we get to catch up, I'm Andrew from Hobbies Australia. And as I always say, take care, stay safe, and of course, let's get out there and build more kits. Bye guys.